everybody. To nobody, because you guys aren't here yet. So, welcome guys. We're gonna give it a minute. So everybody can kind of get the notification. 1 second. So I'm gonna just set my rice for my white sticky rice in my rice maker over here. And this little cup came with this, so I just use this. I don't know, is that too much? Which side's better? Let's see. I think that one's better. Okay, we'll leave that one on. I'm gonna go buy more rice. And then what we're gonna do is, we'll need something. We're just gonna rinse it out until there's no starch left on it. Throw it in here. I need a rag. There's this one. Hi, Kuya. Hi, Titis. Okay, we're gonna start cutting our veggies. So what you're gonna need is asparagus, red pepper, bell pepper, some Mexican squash, zucchini, and yellow zucchini. I don't know if that's too bright. Anyway, those are gonna be our veggies. You're also gonna need shrimp. I have it over here. It's the frosting because it's frozen still. But I'm gonna dump this on. When you defrost your shrimp, you don't want to use hot water. I usually just use cold water and just kind of wait till the ice falls off and they kind of get softer. And I just let them sit in there, because if you use hot water, it'll start cooking your shrimp. And then you're also going to need sausage. I usually buy one that's like kind of curved this way, but I couldn't find it, so I had to use this one. And it says Cajun style smoked sausage. You don't have to use Cajun style. This just happens to be my favorite type. You can use any type of sausage that you want. But we're gonna start with our veggies first. I'm gonna take this off, and this is something that it's like super easy, because you just have to cut everything up and then you just throw it all into the pan. Just throw it all into the pan and you just let it sit for a minute. You don't really have to babysit it or anything. You do want to take off the top of it, like the stem and all of the all of the seeds. Can you guys see? There we go. Take off all the seeds. Especially like, I don't like this stuff right here. Like the little veins, I take that off too. Hola, Tia Lourdes. And then I don't really have a quantity. I just kind of eyeball the veggies, how much veggies I'm gonna want. I always tend to cook extra because we usually take it for lunch the next day. So that's what we'll eat for lunch. So I always cook extra. But if you're not the type to eat leftovers, then just kind of eyeball it. And then you just want to cut them into just little squares like this. Just dice them up. I happen to love pepper. I love vegetables, so I always add a lot of peppers, like the crunchy ones I like. Squash and zucchini, I kind of just eyeball it. You can just set it and leave it, but your squashes will get kind of how do you say it, like squish, like no, not squishy, soggy. They'll get soggy. They tend to get soggy. So if you like it more crunchy like me, I tend to just set an alarm, yeah, like the alarm on the stove, and then throw them in toward the end just so they can stay crunchy, because I don't like them cooked all the way. And I love this dish because it's so colorful and pretty. But it's also really delicious. Hi, Yeka. Welcome. All my veggies are pre-washed. I already washed them while I was prepping everything. Yeah, it's gonna make bigger ones. I find it easier when I cut stuff like this in like cucumbers or even tomatoes, to just lay them that way. Like, it seems to cut faster or easier. This dish is just a lot of cutting and prepping. Just kind of alternate between the two of them until I get like a good quantity that I want. And I'm actually gonna separate them. I forgot. I'm gonna separate the zucchini from my harder veggies. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Mari. Thank you guys for joining me. Oy. Okay, I'm just gonna do one more of these and that's it. Because otherwise it'll be too much. And today's cleaning day, so this is something super fast that I like to make sometimes. because it's just super fast and easy to make. Back here, you guys, I have a rice cooker, and I just set some rice in there. You just wash it, make sure there's no starch left, and then you just put your water and you just turn it on and leave it there, and it should pop off. I think this one cost me like, I want to say like 10 bucks at Walmart. They're not that expensive. Invest in one, guys. This is like a lifesaver sometimes when I don't have time to sit there. I just throw rice in here. You can even make like red rice, white rice. If you don't want to use your stove, it's super convenient to have, especially on days where you just don't have the time or don't feel like doing it. It's awesome. Anyway, asparagus, you look for this little, the first notch, and then you just snap it off. And then you just do it with all of them, with as many as you want. And remember, you're gonna cut these into sections, so just remember that it's gonna multiply. I happen to love asparagus, so I'm gonna do quite a bit because I love them. I like them kind of soggy. My husband doesn't, so we kind of just what's the word? Compromise. We compromise and we leave them in the middle. Not too aguaditos and not too crunchy. When you can't cut them like that, if they're too soft, just use your knife. Okay. I think I'm gonna just use these ones, and then the rest I like to bake them with salt and pepper, and it's in a little bit of olive oil, and just throw them in the oven for 10 minutes, and they're so freaking delicious. Anyway, so what we're gonna do, since I don't wanna sit there and snap everything, I'm just gonna cut them into little sections like this, 3 sections, and then just throw them in with my peppers, because these are the hardest ones, so we want to make sure those go in first. And then I'm gonna go with our sausage. I was thinking that I was gonna get off of work earlier today, and so I could go live earlier, but it did not happen. I had to stay a little bit longer. I'm probably gonna do both of them. Rinse this off. Grab a bowl. I can throw it in there. And you're gonna do like a diagonal way, so that way they look nice and pretty. You can make them as thick as you want. Size doesn't matter. I usually just do them that thick. I don't know if you guys can see that. That thick. Just so it's easier to eat and you're not like having big old chunks of it. I do cook a lot of shrimp, guys, as if you haven't noticed. I love shrimp. So I do use a lot of shrimp, but I'm not a big fan of like the red meats and stuff. I do a lot of dishes with chicken, shrimp, fish. Every once in a while I'll do ground beef, but for the most part we just eat a lot of the white meat. For health reasons and preference too. It's just cleaner. And I want to do that with all of your sausages. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. So all this stuff is ready. To my shrimp, drain the water. Just gonna drain the water from it, and I'm gonna just add a little bit of salt to it. Just a little tiny bit, not a lot, and some pepper. Because you're gonna add the same ingredients later on to your whole dish. But this is just for now. Mix it around. And this is probably gonna be like one of the last things I throw in, just because these cook super fast, and like I told you guys before, I don't like chewy shrimp, so we're gonna do that. Guys, shout out to Vero. Look how cute my cup is. So she does customized crafts. So if you guys need anything or want anything, go to her page. It's Vero's Crafty Corner. And I order all my stuff from her. She's done a bunch of these cups, she's done shirts, and it's awesome. So hit her up if you need stuff like this, because this one's customized so nobody can steal it at work. Not that they would, but just so you know. All right, so I'm gonna move over to the stove. That way you guys can see the process. All right. Is that a good angle, guys? Well, in a minute, you guys will tell me. Okay, hold on. I'm grabbing my stove, my sartenes. So I like to use this pan here for what I'm about to do. Stuff over my veggies. Make sure there's a lid on it. Oh, so your three things that you're gonna need is your salt, your sal, black pepper, not too bright, and some type of Cajun seasoning. So this is the one that I like to use. It's called Slap Your Mama Cajun. It just gives it that Cajun flavor. Let's see, and then we're gonna turn this on. Make sure it's the right one, because I've turned on the wrong burner multiple times. And you're just gonna throw in some. If you have olive oil, it's better to use olive oil, but I ran out and I forgot to buy some, so we're just gonna use vegetable oil. And you want to use enough to just coat all your veggies. That's the last of that. Kind of coat your pan so that your veggies don't stick. Can you guys, let's see, remove the comments. Hi Vicky! Is that a good angle, guys? I always start with turning on my pan on high, and then I will bring it down if I need to. You guys want to make sure you have a lid, so that way, yeah, that works. These don't come with a lid, so I always have to figure out what lid is big enough to do everything. Smell it. So I'm gonna start with my sausage to kind of get it going. Bring you guys closer. There we go. It smells so good. It smells like, I don't know, like it just smells so good. I don't know how to describe what it smells like, sausage. Like when you go camping and you're like doing your hot dogs over the fire. Oh, it smells so good. let them sit there for a minute. I think I might have put too much oil in there, but it's okay. Hi, Laura. Hi, Marlene. Thank you. I look all crusty because I just got out of work, but the only time you guys will see me like bien arreglada with makeup on is going to be like on weekends if I cook on weekends, because I never, other than that, I never have time to get ready, so. Okay, so it kind of looks good. I'm going to throw in these. This is your asparagus and your peppers. You're going to just kind of make sure you coat them with your oil. And then I'm going to put some salt on this. Just a little tiny bit. Para que les dé sabor. Hi, prima. Welcome. I was waiting for you. Move it around a little bit. Okay, and I'm gonna taparlo for a minute, just so I can get the steam going, so that everything kind of gets a little bit more cooked faster. And I'm gonna go check out my rice real quick. I'll be back. I like to keep an eye on my rice because sometimes it will stick to the bottom of the little pot where it's baking, it's making, donde está cocinando. And if I don't keep an eye on it, then like half of the bottom just gets all stuck to it. So I have to keep an eye on it. But like I said, like you can leave this tapado and like walk away, do something, come back, kind of just move it around so it doesn't stick. You don't have to constantly be here. So it's a super fast and easy dish. I like to kind of just keep an eye on the veggies because, like I said, preference, how you like your vegetables. I hope you guys are all having a good start to your work week. Okay. I'm going to leave it a little bit more just because my asparagus is still kind of hard. Oh, it smells so good. It's just like vegetables, like steamed vegetables, and like with the sausage, it's just like all the different smells are just combining and it smells so delicious. And I like to pair this because it's such a, like it's just such a tasteful dish that I just pair it with white sticky rice that has no flavor at all, so that it doesn't overpower this dish. So. Because I could have done, you could do like different types of rice if you want, but you're just going to have those different flavors. I personally don't like when I have something like this flavorful to have like a different type of rice. So I just do white rice. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my zucchini and my squash. Move it around. Make sure not to fall out. Put a little bit more salt in it. Just a little tiny bit. It's not a lot, guys, because remember, this has a lot of sodium too. It's just to give your flavor to your veggies. And then I'm going to start adding my Cajun seasoning. So I'm going to start with that much. I want you guys to see if that's too much white. I'm going to start with that much. And then I'm going to start kind of going through it later and tasting it. And if it needs more, I'll just throw more in there. Or maybe I'll still add a little bit more. And then you're going to add some black pepper. Mix. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. Excuse me. Pepper. Okay. And leave it there for a minute. Excuse me. Top and low so that your veggies can steam and get nice and soft. And then you're not going to need this anymore, so we're going to put that away. Salt we might still need. Excuse me. What do you mean, prima? Like spice for this dish? I've never done it with, if you mean for this dish, I've never done, I've never used any other spice other than the ones that I've used. There's other, I'm sure that if you look up, like how to make your own, like homemade spice, like Cajun type thing, you can probably mix stuff around and make it. But I've never, like, this is the only time I ever used this, so this is what I bought it for. So I've had this for a while now too, maybe like 4 years. Sorry guys, that pepper got me. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, you just kind of want to let it sit there, move it around, not constantly, but every once in a while. Smells so good. Smells like veggie. Oh, I love veggies. Look how beautiful that looks, you guys. Can you guys see that? Oh, it smells so good. Look at that. It looks so beautiful. And we still haven't added the shrimp yet, so once they turn pink, it gives it like best color ever. You want to add your shrimp toward the end once you can kind of see how they're getting kind of, they're still kind of hard, but like I said, me and George compromise because he doesn't like them really soft and I do, but we compromise. Sorry guys, I can't have music on because copyright reasons, and I don't want my I do have it, but it's like super low. So No music this time. No mariachi or banda. I don't want my videos to get muted. I had like 40 seconds of the first one, or the second one that I did get muted because of one of the songs in the background. So I learned my lesson. Okay, so then now I'm gonna throw in my my shrimp. I'm gonna take up some of the water because it always releases a lot of water. Shrimp releases a lot of water after you wash it, so I just took a little bit off so that this is already kind of watery. And then you just mix that in there. Not too much though. You want to make sure that you're not mixing it a lot toward the end, because then if your squash gets too soggy, it just falls apart, and it's not. Personally, I don't like it when it's like super soggy. We're just gonna let our shrimp get pink. And we're almost done, guys. We're just gonna do a taste test for salt and seasoning, and we'll be good. Oh, I just heard my rice. What I like to do as soon as the rice comes off, I take it off of where it sits, because it stays on like the burner to keep it warm. But the longer it stays on, the warmer it sticks to the bottom. So I like to just take it off as soon as I can and move the rice around so that way it doesn't stick. Ooh. Smells so good, you guys. And you do make a lot. Like, this is what I said, like, kind of measure and make sure that you keep in mind that it's a lot of vegetables and you will make a lot. But like I said, we usually eat today, and then we do, we'll take it for lunch, and then I'll, sometimes I give my suegro some for lunch if he doesn't already have one, because my suegra does give him lunch, but sometimes, I just tell my husband, like, take this to your dad. Because if it sits in the fridge, it's just going to stay there. But yes. So, yeah, this is how you make this. It's super fast and easy. I think I started like 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. It's taking me longer just because I'm explaining things and waiting for it, and I sit here. But yeah, while I do this, I usually go and like sweep and mop or do other stuff. Like I said, it's cleaning day, so and laundry day. I hate laundry. Who else hates laundry, guys? I mean, I will wash and everything, but putting it away sucks. And I'm not the only one. So that's what it's gonna look like, guys. I'm gonna grab one of these squashes to taste them. So it's gonna need a little more seasoning. And a little bit more salt. And if you guys, I'm gonna turn this off in a minute and just leave it covered. That way, the asparagus can keep cooking with the steam, but there won't be any more heat applied to it. So, and that'll be perfect. Okay guys, and I'm gonna cover this up and just let the rest of the veggies finish up, and that is how you do that. And now you're done. Your rice is done. Your rice is done, and you can keep going about your day. So thank you guys for watching. This was a super fast one just because, like I said, it's cleaning day, so I gotta get cleaning. But tomorrow it will be another fast one, just because I don't want to spend all day in the kitchen tomorrow. I have stuff to do. So yes, tomorrow I will be back on. I'm gonna make taco seasoning tostadas. I don't know, I just call them tostadas de carne molida. So, but they're really good. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll post the recipe later. When I post a picture, I usually post a picture first on Facebook, and then once I write out the recipe, I go back and edit, and I'll put the recipe right under the description of the picture. So watch out for that if you guys want the recipe, or just watch the video again and just follow instructions. But thank you guys for watching. Bye.